There is something that comes along, but I use the money thing because you can immediately see this is where I am. Let's say you're 30 years old and you're not making 45. Let's say you're 30 years old and you're making $30,000. That means you need to get up in the morning and start living life with a sense of urgency. You need to start running your life like you are losing, because you are. Running, you cannot walk. You cannot even speak well. You need to start running. And understand something. The first thing is you need to be working 60 plus hours a week. Let me say that again. If you're behind, you cannot just work 60 hours a week. You need to be working closer to 80. Yeah. That's right. That's right, dude. You need to lose some goddamn sleep and get out there and bust two full-time jobs to get your money up, because until you get your money up, you cannot lead an adult male life, not a happy one. You can live a ratchet one. You can date some lower caliber females, twos, threes, and fours. You're going to have a life of ratchets and fast food. And honestly, good dudes, it is going to be impossible for you to do what you need to do to catch up. Because you see, we talk about self-improvement. Here's where the rubber meets the road. You cannot hire a personal trainer, nutritionist, life coach, image consultant, any of these things, because you don't make enough money. If you can barely pay your bills, you need another source of income. I've hammered this, but this is what you got to do. You got to start working. I already said, if you're 40 and under, single, no kids, and you're not working 60 hours plus a week, you're lazy. But if you're behind financially, you need to be working closer to 80. Yeah, that's 16-hour days. That means all you do is sleep and work, sleep and work, sleep and work. And let me tell you what this means. You need to go into overdrive. Zero excuses. No women. No dating. Jack off. No pussy chasing. No none of that. Put yourself in jail for at least a year to get your mind right. What the fuck you out here at the bar having a beer looking at the football game? Dude, you broke. You're only in these rooms and stuff, and you're living a lie. That's why a lot of guys are depressed. So what you do is you kick life into overdrive and take the money, the additional money you make, and you need to double down on self-improvement. That means if you've been able to get by on your one job, the next job, you need to go get a psych eval, find out what's holding you back, get a life coach. If you're out of shape, overweight, all this other thing, get a personal trainer, take your second job and use it to start improving your life. Because when you start looking and liking who you see, you'll do better. Any CIA man who's on his purpose and know your pockets is on short. When we talk about, yeah, man, we're gonna go over to the spot, and then we're gonna go have a couple of drinks, and you ain't got nothing but $20 in your pocket. And we say, okay, this round is on me, and you cannot buy a round. So if you've had to live a life of going to the bathroom when the round of drinks are bought, or even worse, you're not around people like that. It's always, I buy my stuff, you buy your stuff. Dude, you're dying on the inside every day because you don't go nowhere and do nothing, because you don't want nobody to find out that you've been living below. That's real talk. You feel bad. So it's like, I'm gonna just go to work and go home. But see, what you're doing is beating yourself up. What you're doing is you're living life in jail. Better to say, you know what? I'm gonna go out and work. Because at least you'll get the sense of satisfaction of going to bed exhausted, but your money is coming in. You need to go into life overdrive. Overdrive on the self-improvement. Zero excuses. No women. Zero. And then the highest levels of accountability. You need to confess too. You need to confess to your friends, I am a fuck up. Dude, I'm 35 years old and I'm still living life like a teenager. My wardrobe is like a teenager. My income is like a teenager. I date like I'm dating a teenager. Guys, matter of fact, if I lost the job I have right now, there's no way I'd be able to go out and get another job making this much money, because I have no skills. I've been living life like a teenage boy. And I'm gonna tell you, I know dudes out there, good dudes. Men haven't worn a suit since high school. Don't own one. What's in your closet? Nothing. I'm like, how do you get to life? And it's not even just a matter of income. Some dudes actually make enough money to afford all these things, but they don't live a life like it. I'm like, so it's one thing to not have the money, but if you do have the money and your wardrobe and your appearance still looks like a boy, you still a boy. You may have more money than the first guy, so you feel like, ah, I'm better than that. Okay, but what are you doing in your life? If you're living a life to where you're not exposed to anything that you wouldn't have been exposed to as a teenage boy, Houston, we have a problem. You have to get really clear on what should a 30, let's just say a 30-year-old man, a 30-year-old man and a 21-year-old man should be living two different lives. The 21-year-old man needs to be out there chasing it. You know, I would expect the 18 to 21-year-old to be at spring break, college parties, drinking, chasing skirts, hitting the gym heavy, but at 30, I would expect that to be way out of your system. You still go out, but you're not going to the, coin beer night places. You're not going to the 18 and up clubs. You're at least going to the 25 and up clubs if you're still going out. But you at 30, you should be out of that clubbing phase. You should be going to lounges and things like that. Because you will be the old fucking man in the club. And at 35, this stuff should really be out of your system. At 40, the only time you end up going to a club like that I just referred to is if you happen to go back home for the holidays and you meet some friends out. 40-year-olds in the 21 and up club is a pervert. You're lame and a loser. So the highest levels of accountability, you're going to have to confess to some folks around you. I'm living life on foul. And this is why you're going to have to hire mentors, life coaches, and everything else. The question I really wanted to ask, are you competent enough to live your life as an adult? Oh shit, but I didn't want to put that in the chat room. The question I wanted to ask is, are you really competent enough to run your own life? I mean, ask yourself a question. If you weren't you, because somebody say, are you really competent enough to be considered to be called a man? I mean, let me say this again. Let's say you're a 40-year-old dude and you ain't never owned a suit. Never owned a suit. You got a job and you paying your bills, so that's cool. You're surviving. But life is not supposed to be surviving. Life is supposed to be thriving. You know why you avoid a mirror? Because you know you don't want to look yourself in the eye. See, men who are competitive and women who are beautiful have no problem being out there because even if they lose the game, they still in it. So many guys today use this tag of introvert as an outright lie. I'm about to say it, and I don't mean no harm, but so many guys today are using the tag introvert where the tag loser would have been 20 years ago. That doesn't mean you're a Madden king. That means you're a bum. This means you're a loser. And here's what a loser was 20, 30 years ago. A guy who was just working a workaday gig. He'd come home after working in his one-bedroom apartment. He'd turn on the TV because there was no cable. He'd click on ABC, NBC, CBS, whatever he had, and watch whatever local programming was, may grab a beer, and he'd go put a Hungry Man or a Swanson's TV dinner in the oven. Or he'd go eat some shit like some sardines or some Vienna sausages and crackers. He'd eat, spaghetti week, SpaghettiOs, hot dogs. So he's eating. He's got his own place. I mean, he may have a car. It's not, it's older model, 10, 15 years, held together. It's not dirty. But it's, he ain't riding the way he want to. And then you look at this dude and ask him, dude, you're 35 years old. Is this where you thought you would be when you were a little boy? When you were 8 years old, did you think you'd be this? No, but that was we called those guys losers. And those guys knew they were losing. See, we got too many guys today who are losing and blaming it on everything else. Life is not meant to be survived. It's meant to be thrived. I said, I'm definitely not living life like I should be. Well, understand something. If you're not living life like you should be, then there's only one thing to do. You have to go into overdrive on self-improvement, and you're not qualified to do it yourself. Again, I don't mean to be rude. I'm not trying to be hurtful. but you're not competent enough to run this part of your life.
Whoo! Hamburger, man. Shout out to my boy Kevin Samuels. What's going on, everybody?
My
What up,
friend
what up?
used to pay
Come on, fam.
$163
Come
for car
on, fam. Come on.
insurance.
I bet. I bet. Come on, fam. But yo, man, you guys already know what's going on, man. We are approaching what today is. I'm not exactly what I'm not exactly sure what day we're on right now, but I gotta be, hold on one second. We're doing the 120-day lifestyle challenge, change or whatever, and let me see it work out. I don't know. This is we're in the 60s. All right, we're in the 60s. We're going to 120, but I just want to make sure that I salute everybody that's been a part of this journey so far, man. And the content has switched up big time. You know, when we first got into the space, we were on a. We always had the same game plan since day one, man. But we had to bring in the eyeballs or whatnot. So it's gonna be a little switch up from now until the end of this year. So the end of this year, you guys, you see a lot of Kevin Samuels reels. You see a lot of what else do we have on this channel? A lot of red pill and things like that. All that stuff is gonna pretty much disappear at the end of this year. All right, we're gonna start pushing a more positive message. I just want to go ahead and put that out there right now. A more positive message to get everybody on board with this empire that we're trying to build. Let's go through some of these comments real quick. Mario say, "What up? What's good? What's good? What's going on, bro?" Mario Cruz. I did say that right. Yeah. What's going on, bro, man? Everything is everything. Uh, Ultimate Red Pill Channel say, "What's good?" Katie, what's good? What's going on, man? What's going on? I hope everybody's day is going well, man. Uh, that was a dog, man. I did chime in or whatever. Let you guys know. I may start every live like that, which is just start off with a positive clip, man. Basically, trying to tell, my bad, and encourage men to get up on their ish. All right, that's what we're working on right now, man. I think we did a lot of different lives and stuff, and a lot of videos of holding women accountable and whatnot. But our focus is the men. All right, trying to have this conversation with the men to get better outcomes for you guys. All right, so funny viral clip said, "Yes, sir." Guess what he's talking about? Kevin Sam. Yep. Kevin Samuels, the OG. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. DP say he's back. Pay attention, men. Y'all see that? Absolutely, man. Pay close attention to the content that's going to be coming out in these later days, man. I can run my own life. Yeah, so Kevin Samuels did say that, man. A lot of men need to ask themselves, man, can you honestly run your own life? A lot of dudes out there, man, they need their mom. Let's be better. Absolutely, man. Be better together. Accountability, that's where it all starts at, man. Shout out to my boy DP. But anywho, so guys, today, let me get this off here right here. Today, what we're gonna be doing, we're gonna be dissecting a video of different, let me see, different clips and stuff that have came from Kevin Samuels' page, but have been posted to my page. I wanted to go through and dissect some of the conversations that he's had with everybody, men, women, black, white, Asian, blue, black, purple, or whatever, and really go through and dissect. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to share the content first, and then I wanted to wanted to share the clips first, and then add context to it a little bit later. So that's what we're gonna do, man. We're gonna go ahead and go through it real quick. Let me share this for you guys, and we're gonna go ahead and get into it. Let's see. Is this it? No, that's not it. This is it right here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, hold on, wait. There we go. All right, man. Hopefully this camera does not cut off on me, man. Last time we wasn't even an hour in, and this freaking camera cut off on me, man. I was pissed. Hopefully that camera it lasts, and we won't have any issues. Hopefully, fingers crossed, man. All right, let's get into it. Let me make sure we are sharing this thing. I didn't get a chance to test the audio, but it should be good. We haven't had any issues, so it should be good. Whoa, hold on, wait a minute now, bro. Turn the volume up. So this right here, this clip right here actually has over 1 million views, and it actually picked up over 1 million views. I want to say within a month's time or close to a month's time. This is a very controversial clip, and we're gonna get into it today. This young lady came on his page on his channel or whatever, and we're gonna let the clip.
You went.
That's none of your business.
So you guys can hear it. Maybe is this the beginning of the clip? But he asked her, "How much do you weigh?"
You went.
That's none of your business. I told you I was fat.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so first and foremost, he asked a simple question. He asked her how much she weighed, and her response was, "That's none of your business." She said, "I told you I was fat." Instead of just answering the question, this is something that he does with everybody. We're gonna let him. Go ahead.
But we don't play that shit on my channel. You get your big fat ass on somewhere. I don't deal with you big sassy ass broads.
All right, so let's dissect the clip. Yeah, he most certainly could have said it a different way, man. But understand this: when Kevin Samuel had his channel, when he was here, he would basically allow people to come onto his platform and ask for his professional opinion. So when you call in and you ask a question, what he's going to do is he's probably going to ask you a series of questions and try to figure out what advice he needs to give you. All right, based on what he sees in front of him and based on, the questions that he has for you. And one of the questions that he asks everyone, men, women, is how much do you weigh? All right, how much do you weigh? How tall are you? He may ask about your occupation. Do you have any children? Where do you live? What state? I think it would say like, what state do you live? Like all of these questions he asks everybody. And I'm imagining the people that are going on the show either has seen his show themselves, or they've heard, or they've seen some clips or whatever. He does the exact same thing for everybody. And he just basically gives his professional opinion. And if you don't want to share any of that information with him, then you shouldn't have went on the show. All right, you cannot get upset with somebody that asks everybody that comes onto his page or his platform the exact same thing. So I think the only way that they could have avoided that is for her to be respectful and just answer the question. It's as simple as that. But he could have definitely said it different.
Kevin was the voice.
Oh wait a minute, that's me speaking. How the heck am I talking?
For average men, and people didn't like it.
You said so I should just settle for an average guy. And I'm like, you're an average woman. Why should you not get?
I would be settling. What?
Why would you be settling and he wouldn't? So what would he be doing? Would he be upgrading?
Hell no.
He don't have no money. So if he don't have no money,
You ain't finding enough for no money.
I'm not finding enough for money.
No. Coming at work.
Yo, so this was my apologies for laughing, man. That was kind of funny though. But you have a young lady. Let me see if I can rewind the clip a little bit so you guys can kind of see what she looks like. So you have a young lady right here. And I've actually seen and did a review on this young lady, and I'm not putting her down because she has a chest tattoo, but she has a chest tattoo, and her hair is not necessarily done. I mean, let's just go ahead and say it. She in the face would probably be like a 5 on most people's standards, somewhere between a 5 or a 4. And I believe 5 is like average, right? And unfortunately, she's not the smallest lady in the world. And she was saying that she felt like that she would be settling for a man if he doesn't make or have, money or whatever. Because I believe this young lady was saying that she needs a man making at least 6 figures. So Kevin was basically saying, you're not fine enough for any money. Like, what are you bringing to the table that's going to benefit that man? Like, I mean, I don't think she's young. From the face, she kind of looks like she's probably like maybe in her 40s, maybe mid 40s. She's not taking care of her body at the moment, and the way that she's dressed right now, you got a lot of stuff going against you, man. And then for you to say an average man, because I believe they were speaking about an average man, which the average guy from Kevin's standards makes about $42,500. And he was saying, what's wrong with you getting with an average man? And when he's saying an average man, he's not saying anybody that's maybe like overweight and got all of these other issues going on with themselves. He's just talking about an average guy that's out there, average body type, earns a decent amount of money to take care of himself or whatever. You can get with a guy like that that's average in every single way and appreciate him and just live and thrive and be able to do those things. But she's already basically going into that thing with bad faith and saying, if he don't have enough money, then I'm going to be settling. It's unfortunate, man. It is definitely unfortunate that she would have that type of mindset. And you look at this young lady, and she has, from the outside looking in, she doesn't have anything to really offer to a man that makes a significant amount of money, that would be able to take care of himself, her, and maybe a child or two.
No.
Hold on, wait a minute. Let me make sure. All right.
Come that world. Women can say, I don't want no scrubs. People would say, if he can't buy you a Birkin bag, kick him to the curb. But if I just happen to say that you weigh more than men at your height, that's offensive. When did we become that world? Expectations of...
I mean, I think that was pretty much self-explanatory, man. This is basically almost going back to the clip that we just showed. It seemed like it's okay for certain women to have standards, but the moment any guy says that, he wants a woman that's not going to be combative, he wants a woman that's, don't weigh a certain amount or whatever, whatever his standards are, he's automatically getting bashed for it and saying that he's, he hates women, who hurt you and all these other things. But women can go out here and express to the world that they don't want no short guy. They don't want no guy that's under 6 feet. A guy has to have, or has to be in the weight room. He has to be working out. Like, he has to have a decent body. He got to have fat pockets. He got to be able to buy and do all of these great and wonderful things for me. And what does he get in return? Well, he gives me. And most of the time, those women that think like that, they have nothing to offer those type of men that they want.
Far too high for where you rank. You'd be very well off to get a guy who's earning $45,000 to $50,000 and go off and have a couple kids. I mean, this is your life.
Mm.
Oh my God.
Again, she laughing. He said she would be lucky to get with a guy that's making anywhere from $40,000 to $50,000. Y'all get together, have a couple of kids, and basically live a decent type of lifestyle. This young lady is laughing at what he just said.
I mean, so hold on. This is what I need to. I'm talking about a man who's a solid, decent man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not talking about a bum. I'm talking about an average working man who works hard for his money. a solid, tax-paying, God-fearing, mother-loving, apple pie, hot dog, baseball mother citizen. And you're chuckling like I'm joking. I don't play when I'm talking about the men I respect and advocate for. And you ladies think just because you're making a little bit more money, you can laugh at these men. That's some bullshit. Especially when you're average. And you were below average. Get up. No, just no. Take a break because I'm going to calm down. Nope, absolutely not.
So, again, man, these are the type of men that Kevin always stick up for, because a lot of women look down on these guys because they don't make a certain amount of money. And it's like, regardless of whatever else you have going on, you know, if you make from $40,000 to $50,000, for the most part, for these women, you are automatically X'd out. Now, I'm good. If he's not making anywhere close to six figures, then I automatically X him out of that thing. If he's not over a certain height, he's automatically X'd, like, no, I'm good. And these are the men that Kevin he took up for in most of his doggone live stream. And it's unfortunate, man. I mean, it's unfortunate that she just sat there and just laughed at the majority of men on this earth. An average guy, that's the majority. That's most of the men on this earth, and she just sit there and just laugh. And what he was saying was, when I'm talking about average, I'm basically talking about, you know, just the average citizen. I'm not talking about one of these Pookie or Ray Rays out here. I'm talking about, you know, a guy that has integrity and all of the rest of these other things. He just makes $40,000 to $50,000, and she's laughing at that. So that's what he got upset for. But I got to give it to Kevin, man. I've seen a lot of his live streams, and I think he had a lot of patience. A lot of patience. I absolutely could not. Right now, anyway, I would say right now, where I'm at right now, I do not have the patience for that.
Something that I always heard from people that did not watch his show from start to finish is he always talked down to black women. The reason why his platform blew up the way that it did is because he talked down to black women.
Benefit off of men doing this. Are you honestly trying to tell me that you think?
Yes.
Are you? No, I said not going to overtalk me. I meant that shit. Maybe you overtalk your boyfriend. That doesn't work here. Are we clear?
Nod
your head and say we clear. Good.
Again, man, another freaking fib that people love to tell was that, you know, he always talked down to black women. And the reality is, anybody that came on his show, man or woman, if you could not take accountability, if you could not be respectful, then he gonna be with the ish. All right, he's willing to give anybody that. And if you look at, again, any one of his live streams, when you first come into it, he always greets you, asks your name, and then you guys, you know, go into the conversation. I have not seen one, and I have viewed a lot of his content. And even when he goes on to other people's platforms, when he goes on to Lapeef Let's Talk, or when he went on Lapeef Let's Talk, when he went on to, I forgot what the name of those guys is, man. God, what is it, man? Anyway, when he goes on to other platforms, he will always introduce himself, and then, you know, he even asks, you know, everybody's name, so he could address everyone. Like, hey, I'm Kevin Samuels, I'm blah 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 blah, and then he'll go into the conversation. Not once have I ever seen him start a conversation and not start off being respectful.
It didn't matter if you were black, white, Asian, Chinese, man or woman. I believe that he kept it real and was open and honest to any and everyone that called into his show. In fact, the very first clip that I seen of Kevin Samuels was actually him talking to a man.
You don't have a big wallet. You're a fat dude. And you got a lot of nerve thinking you should get choosers instead of 5'10" and 300 pounds, making less than $1,000 a month at 20 years old. And women should approach you. What they get, they don't even get a big dick.
So he was talking to a young man. I wish I would have clipped that a little bit better than that, but he was talking to a young man that felt like he should be getting choosing signals from women. All right. So what Kevin did was he just again went through a breakdown or whatever of everything, asked him a few questions, and basically put that mirror in front of him and tried to help him to understand why he's not getting those results that he wants. All right. And he does this with everyone, man or woman. He's going to put that mirror in front. Okay, so explain to me why you're here. You know, ask the question or whatever. I don't understand why I'm not getting the results that I want. All right, so let me ask you a few questions. He goes down that little list or whatever. And, okay, now I'm going to give you my professional opinion. Right now, what I want you to do while I'm doing it is look in this mirror right now. All right, so ask yourself, how much money are you making as a man right now? The young man was making, I want to say, he said he was making less than $1,000 per month. Okay, cool. Let's go on to the next thing. How tall are you? The guy, I believe, was like 5'7", somewhere between 5'7", 5'9", something like that. Okay, so you're not tall, really, necessarily for a man or whatever. So, next thing is, how much do you weigh, young man? And he was like, I'm like he was like, I'm like, I don't know, man. You know, it kind of depends. He was kind of beating around the bush. He's like, you what? You look what? Two what? It's like, I'm like, I don't know, like what, 230, 240, big guy. All right, you're not 6 feet. You're 5 foot. Let's just say 5'7", 5'8", 240 something pounds. All right, and you honestly, then he asked him about, I definitely don't agree with this, but he asked him about his Peter Wacker size or whatever. And the guy was pretty much beating around the bush with that, the same way he's beating around the bush with his weight. So it's kind of safe to, I guess, assume that he's lacking in that department as well. So he's saying, you don't have any money. You're a short dude. You are big for, an overweight guy. What does a woman get? Like, why in the world should a woman give somebody that looks like that's, maybe not taking their life as serious as they should be? Why should a woman give a guy like that choosing signals, man? And then, let's just say she does give you choosing signals. She don't even get a big D with that. Like, she gives absolutely nothing. So why in the world should women give you choosing signals? So I believe he gave him advice and told him, like, listen, man, you need to work more. You need to, hopefully that'll kind of help out with your wardrobe or whatever. You need to work on that physical. You can't get any taller, which is cool, but you can work on your body, your shape, man. You can lose a little bit of weight, maybe tone up, get some muscle or whatever. And you fix everything else on the outside, and you get work on that mental and all the rest of those other things. You may start to get the results based on if you work on everything else instead of doing what you're doing right now. The reason why you are getting the results that you're getting right now is because nothing about you is changing. So something about you needs to change. And so that was his advice to that young man.
You have certifications at the end of the day, like.
You have what?
That's besides the point.
You have what?
I have certifications. I have certifications.
What does that mean?
Sophistication?
Like for instance, in aesthetics.
Say that you have what?
I have certifications.
Certifications?
Certifications.
Yes.
Certifications?
One of the building.
Certifications?
Yes, certifications.
Certifications.
Certification.
A lot of people.
I'm not even gonna speak on that. I don't know why I even put that in there. That girl said she got certifications, and he asked her to repeat herself. Like, I don't know how many certifications. You mean certifications? Yeah, certifications, girl. Get your.
Got introduced to Kevin Samuels' channel by the Average at Best video.
Because I honestly want a 6-figure guy.
All right. So she just said that she wants a 6-figure guy. I want you guys to take a second, real quick, and take a look at this young lady. And this is a woman, you know what I'm saying? Again, she's putting that money thing out there again. She said that she's making over 6 figures, and she wants her man to make over 6 figures. Take a second and look at this young lady real quick. And I want you guys to answer this question. Be honest with yourself. All right, a guy that's making that type of money, that already has, you know, a certain level of success. What is going to be one of the main things that attracts that type of guy? All right, if you're in a room full of, he's in a room full of women, 100 women, right? What is going to set a young lady apart from the rest of the group? First and foremost, what's going to separate her? All right, what's going to catch that young man's eye? I mean, come on, let's be honest, man. Beauty, all right? And when we speak about beauty, I'm talking about natural beauty is going to catch that young man's eye. Again, a guy that's making, she said she wants a 6-figure guy. We're just going by the things that she said that she wants. You want that type of guy. You want to get his attention. The first thing you're going to need is beauty, all right? And we're not talking about the weave. We're not talking about with the makeup, the lipstick, and the long eyelashes, and the drawn-on eyebrows, the BBLs, and wearing slutty clothes. And not saying that this young lady is doing any of those things, but I think a lot of women think that that's how they're going to catch and keep a man like that. So first, in order to get his attention, a guy's attention that makes that type of money, the first way that you can get his attention is going to be by your beauty. And if you want to keep his attention, what would be the next thing, man? We're going to get into that. We're going to let us speak, though.
Is what I realized.
Okay, so let me just go ahead and nail it out for you. You ready? The guys you want aren't asking you out.
Well, I haven't been putting myself out there honestly.
Okay. He just told her, you know, and I'm gonna be honest with you, and it was not given to her in any type of harsh way. He was like, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. Is it okay if I'm honest with you? Okay, go ahead. The guy that you want aren't asking you out. So the question is, you know, why is that? And I think he's gonna dive into this in just a second.
But you put yourself out there enough for the guys you don't want or beneath you to ask you out.
Those are guys I met online.
So you, I play too much.
Right.
So basically, you don't put yourself out there. You go out each and every day, and these men see you. All right. It's not like you're going out and you're in a freaking bubble and people don't see you. But when you think about the type of guys that you attract, or the type of guys that are attracted to you, these are not the men that you want and that you value. Why is that?
So, again, the men you want are not asking you out.
This video pretty much went viral. It was everywhere. And a lot of people were saying, you know, he was telling this woman that she was average at best. But if you really pay attention to the video, like watch it, you can even go watch the clip. He asked her, what would you rate yourself on a scale from 1 to 10, and you cannot use 7? And she actually rated herself a 5, which is average.
What are you talking about?
So can you see me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So do you feel like a woman like me?
My bad, y'all. Hold on. She asked him, can you see me? I'm guessing the reason why she asked him that is because he's looking directly into the camera. So he has his camera set up over here, and then he has like them on the live Zoom or whatever off to the side. So she's probably looking at the side of his head. I'm guessing. And unfortunately, I think that she may be. But you know what? I'm not gonna finish. I'm just gonna let her finish.
What would you rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10?
Let me go back.
Okay. So do you feel like a woman like me?
What would you rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? You cannot use 7.
Would I rate myself?
Just your face.
My face when I wake up, 5. But when I put my
let me tell you guys something. I absolutely love her. I love and respect her answer for that. Because most women, man, listen, you ask them a question like that, 10. But she said a 5 when she wake up in the morning, and I think she's gonna say like a 6 or a 7 when she puts on makeup. I think I respect her for that answer though.
Myself together 6.
Okay.
It's not
And
bad.
how tall are you?
She should.
5'5".
Dress size.
I'm sorry.
Your dress size.
A 3.
Okay. So that makes you, if you give yourself a 5, that's average.
You know what? It's so crazy that you have videos like this that blow up and go viral and do all these views and everything. But then again, on the other hand, you have so many women that have came onto his page and downplayed so many men, but you never see those type of clips go viral.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Oh, there are plenty of options.
So that clip is over and done with. Again, that was the average at best clip. That video pretty much kind of like sparked a lot of controversy. It was on World Star, and that video got a lot of attention. And his channel pretty much took off after that, especially during COVID as well. That definitely had helped out and add some fuel to the fire. So this is actually a young lady. I'm not gonna say where she's from, but you guys, from the way that she talks, she kind of sounds like she's from up north. But we're gonna let it rock.
51% of black men are single and childless. 64% in another class. See what they're not. No. First off, check that.
She already done said it, man. He told her. He basically gave her some statistics about the average man. The average. What did he say? The average guy is single and childless. And the average guy makes somewhere around like 42.5. And she's automatically calling the average man. She said most of them are ugly. Because you start that, I'm gonna get real raw with you. I'm gonna get real raw with you. Check that. Because I have not made any presumptions about looks or anything with you, so I don't want you to insult me. Now look, just look at this young lady now. Look at this young lady. She's putting down the majority of men, and I just want you guys just to take a look at where this is coming from.
You can't. I look a mess now, but I don't think I'm 100% with the men that I don't like.
Okay, let's do it. What would you rate yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? Just your face. You cannot make stuff.
A 10.
Man.
Oh, poor baby. Now let's try this again.
People can say what they want to say.
Man, listen, that was a funny freaking clip. I may do a full live on that video, man. That young lady was definitely delusional. She really believed that she was a 10. If I do something to my hair, take the hair out of it, man. I'm sorry.
About Kevin, but I believe that he did accomplish his goal. I believe that he accomplished what he set out to do, and that's to start the conversation. Bring women back to the table so we can have a conversation. And if you honestly look at his shows and stuff from start to finish, you can see that he wanted us to win. He wanted to bring the black community back together. He wanted to bring the women back to the table. Understand that we love you, we cherish you, and we want things to work, but we will not sit back and allow things to go the way they have been going over the past 20 and 30 and 40 years. All right? Those times are over. Take those gloves off. Take accountability for your actions so we can move forward. Stop trying to point the blame at men. We both have made mistakes. We both need to put it in and do the work to become better. We need softer women and we need more masculine men. And we need for those masculine men to get back to leading. And women need to allow those men to lead.
Because
Man, let me tell you something. God, hey, boy, that boy was cooking. That boy was cooking, dog. Hold on. Moment of silence. That boy was cooking just now.
I know, I need to really say this. I take no particular pride or pleasure in doing shows like this because I know it triggers certain black women. I know they do. I know some of them get pissed. I've heard women on YouTube saying things that they don't watch the show end to end, and I'm not gonna, and it's not gonna change anything because there are far more women and far women who are listening. And who are the recipients? The women who listen end to end and are saying, "Well, you've changed my life. You've helped me look at this way or that way." Those women are benefiting, and guarantee when those women come into contact with men doing something, they all benefit.
Absolutely.
We're better off working with each other, trying to understand one another.
Bam. That right there, you can go ahead and cut that up, clip it, and do everything, man. And again, this was his main reason why he started his channel. Well, why he started going over into doing certain type of content, because he wanted to get people back to the table, both men and women back to the table. Take the gloves off. Let's have the conversation and understand that together, if we are together, things will be a lot better. But the more we sit there and try to bump heads with each other, the more both of us are going to be freaking miserable. All right, we're not going to get anywhere like that. Life is all about relationships and how you navigate through those things. Stop thinking that following the doggone crowd, following everybody else, which they think, jumping from one place to the next is the answer. It's not. You just continue to go through different trauma, and you look at most of those people that's living like that. A lot of them now, and probably will forever be, single by themselves and hateful and aggressive, man. It's unfortunate.
None of us are perfect. Certainly not me. I ain't shit. I got a lot of problems. It's like anybody else. We all
What's the ace?
all got issues. But just like Ice Cube, when the brother steps up to do something, support. Find ways to support. Even if you have an issue with something it's doing, can you find 4 or 5 things about it that you like before you start off with the one thing you don't like? Because you cannot keep paying black men in this ain't shit box. They don't all fit there. And brothers are starting to push back and say, no, 51% of us are single and childless and 64% in the middle class. They're here. Can you interact with them just in a peaceful, civil way? If you never get married and never have kids, can you have a higher quality of life? Can you just be happy? Can you stop walking through life with your hands up ready to fight the reflection of you, the opposite sex reflection of you? I don't walk through life looking at black women as though they're my enemy. And I would hope that for the black women who this applies, you stop walking through life assuming that black men are somebody to challenge, there's somebody to overcome, to struggle against. We don't need that. Yes, I want to.
Again, man, we are better together. Somebody that looks like you, a reflection of you, as he put it. You should not have your doggone fist up ready to fight, man.
See black men and black women together, but I want to see black women valuing black men as black men deserve to be valued. Black men, you are worthy. You have done great things in the last 20 or 30 years. You've taken your image back from cops, deadbeat dads, and everything else. You've stepped up to the challenge, and this is your time. This is your time. The gender war is over. Average at best happened in 2021. That is over. 2022, we're going into it. Self-awareness is sexy. Men are going to show the work, and women are going to show their worth. We're going to move forward. We're going to move forward, and if you want to move forward together with us, men are there waiting for you. Men are there working for you, but you're going to earn your spot because he has to earn his value.
Somebody said something the other day that I think made so much freaking sense, man. They said that women, you are born with value, all right? Women are born with value. Men have to earn their value throughout their life, all right? You have to show and do the work. And it's some things that I'm thinking about, I'm honestly piecing together in my mind right now. you know, he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing, which means that she was already a wife before he even got to. Man, yo, a lot of stuff is interesting, man.
A lot of us women agree with you.
All right, so this clip is actually about basically women, older women, younger women, basically just giving Kevin Samuels his flowers. So when he reached that 1 million subscriber mark, which we're gonna reach by next year, I already know we're gonna reach that by next year, but he had people basically just call into his show and just, you know, basically just give him his flowers, man. I thought this was a dope way to bring in that 1 mil. This was dope.
And
and well deserved.
we're needing a person, a man that's a leader like you know, and my husband, for instance. I just appreciate everything that you do, and I just have to tell you that because you really have helped me in a lot of ways, you know, women who've never had a father figure, and you come up and you stand up and you take root and say, no, this has to change. There's people that really appreciate that, and I just wanted to tell you how much I appreciate you and everything that you do.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Kevin.
Bye-bye. Have a good night.
Bye.
That was
You
beautiful,
too.
man. That's beautiful, dog. Gotta clear that throat.
I have lost 40 pounds. Listen,
Never mind.
I have got therapy. I moved to a new city. I wear dresses on Fridays and weekends. I have a dress on now.
So I just want you guys to pay close attention. You know, everybody's always speaking and talking and saying negative things about Kevin Samuels. And yet you had a married young lady that got on here first and basically just gave him the flowers and you know, you are the voice for women, a lot of women that didn't grow up and have that male figure in their life the way that they need it. You know, because some people actually grew up with a father, but maybe, you know, he wasn't the guy that they needed, or maybe they grew up with a mother that didn't understand, or even for men on the opposite side, right? You got guys that didn't grow up with that father figure in their life that gave them that tough love and that stern talking to that they needed, like growing up. So he's giving it to them a little bit later in life. So you had, again, a married young lady that said, like, you have helped and have changed the dynamics of a lot of different things. And now you have a young lady on here, single. She said that I done dropped 40 pounds. You know, I done went to therapy. Now I'm wearing dresses. She appears to be probably more feminine than she's ever been in her whole entire life. And she's just calling into the show and saying, thank you. Thank you for putting that message out there and helping me to understand that something about me needed to change. And she looks like she's happy. She's in a happy space right now. All right. This is beautiful, man. Look, I want you guys look at Kevin right now, man. He's trying to soak it all in. Let me take it back a little bit.
I have got therapy. I moved to a new city. I wear dresses on Fridays and weekends. I have a dress on now. I don't do the wigs anymore. I don't do the nails anymore.
She says she don't do the wigs anymore. She don't do the nails. I'm gonna say this. I'm not tripping about the nails. Like wigs, weave, no. But nails, I'm not really tripping about that. I don't really, as long as they're not overboard, you know what I mean? Like they don't do the overboard nails. Y'all know what I mean, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Too long. But that's dope. She says she don't wear wigs anymore. She's all natural.
I don't do lashes anymore.
Lashes.
Just you really you hit the bullseye, and I so much want to thank you for that. And I've watched you grow. I've watched your YouTube channel grow. I admire what you're doing, and I just want to encourage you to keep going because you have made a difference in my life. Now I'm excited what my love life's going to be like next, but I think I'm moving in the right direction.
There you go. I appreciate it. Keep doing you. Bye. My best friend knows this is really uncomfortable for me. I usually deflect praise and accolades. But I don't know how you can sit back and hear some of the joy in these women's voices and say that there's something going wrong over here. I just, whoo. Okay.
This is dope, man, and absolutely love. I actually got this from off of TikTok, man. As you guys can see, Kevin Samuels TV _ on TikTok. They are putting out some really really good work, man. And basically, Kevin Samuels gets emotional after speaking to black women, and this is black women a lot again. What they say about him bashing and all this other stuff, but you got black women coming out and basically just thanking him. And at the bottom it says, the love outweighs the hate. Come on, man.
Blueberry, Burberry, but no. Testing, mixed race for the cup. Can't have a window, gotta bundle up. I'm trying to work, she in my phone, she wanna. Whoa. Too bad what you know they wrong.
I love that doggone outro. That thing is off the freaking chain. Let me remove this with dynamic. But anyway, man, so as you guys seen, man, that was just a full freaking video of a lot of different things. I'm probably going to do like a part 2 for something like this, man. Because, again, everybody always try to paint certain pictures and put people in different lights, man. And, again, just based on everything that I have seen, I can honestly say that it really did seem like he was trying to help, and he actually did help a lot of people. There were times where he had to kind of go a little OB or whatever to kind of hold people accountable so they can get the message or whatever. But mostly everybody that he spoke to, basically just asked him questions. He asked him questions, and he just basically gave his professional opinion. And he helped a lot of people along the way. This is proof. This is only like a little small snippet of proof, man. This video is actually on my page if you guys want to check it out. It's about 14 minutes long, and it's just titled Kevin Samuels. All right, so I'm gonna do a part 2 for this because I actually love doing deep dives and stuff like this, man. Just to basically prove people wrong from all the things that people were saying about his message and his ability to still remain calm and get through and help a lot of people. Beautiful, man. Absolutely beautiful. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this video right here, guys. Let me make sure. Do we have any more comments before I get up out of here? All right, cool. So we are still doing the 120-day lifestyle change. And we are still currently doing the Creed workout. 4 days in the weight room going hard, and then 2 days outside the weight room where we're going to try to focus a little bit more on our mental, emotional, and of course stretching and all of the other stuff, man, to relax from that beat down that we've gotten Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And the 120-day lifestyle change will be over December the 25th, I believe, is the last day. It might be the 24th, something like that. But I encourage everybody to come on, be a part of this thing, man. Again, everybody that's on this channel, you should be wanting to work towards becoming the best version of yourself. Working on the physical, the mental, the emotional, and everything else that falls up under that umbrella or whatever. We are currently at 60. What day is it? It's like 60 something days. I don't think it's 70 just yet. But we're at like 60 something, man. I just want to tell you guys I am extremely proud of you. Keep working. Stay focused. We're gonna keep grinding, and I promise you, at the end of everything, man, you're gonna thank yourself. I mean, I ain't gonna cap. I mean, I appreciate a little bit of gratitude, but but no, man, you're gonna definitely thank yourself, man, because at the end of the day, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. You got to be willing to do that yourself. All right. Anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here, man. We got some stretching that we'll be doing a little bit later on today. That may be pre-recorded. I need to get up on that probably actually right now, or in a few minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and get to that, guys. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be beautiful. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.